You step out into your backyard on a quiet May morning. The air still carries the cool breath of last night's rain. Your feeder is freshly filled, the water bowl crystal clear, and the garden looks picture perfect. Yet the silence hits you immediately. No brilliant flash of red cardinal, no cheeky mynas chattering, no lively flock of sparrows dancing across the grass, only the soft rustle of leaves in the breeze. In that quiet moment, the truth settles in. The birds have left, not randomly, not because of bad weather. They've flown away because of the everyday things you've been doing, small, well-meaning habits that, through the eyes of bird psychology, quietly scream one message: this yard is no longer safe. Welcome to the heart of backyard birding, a beautiful blend of gentle science, deep animal psychology, and heartfelt storytelling. Here, feeding birds is only the beginning. We learn to see the world through their eyes. Creatures with astonishing spatial memory, lightning-fast risk assessment, and a sophisticated underground social network carried on alarm calls. Studies from Cornell Lab of Ornithology and the University of Washington reveal that cardinals, chickadees, and many other species don't just remember your feeder, they remember you, your face, your voice, your daily rhythms. Every single morning, they make a choice: to visit your yard or quietly remove it from their mental map forever. Picture a vibrant northern cardinal perched high on a branch, head gently tilted, its dark, intelligent eyes scanning your garden. It isn't merely hungry, it's running a complex survival calculation: escape routes, protective cover, predator pressure, food quality, water safety, and most importantly, long-term trust. The 10 most common mistakes almost every backyard birder makes, whether in Hanoi, New York, or London, are exactly why that cardinal eventually spreads its wings and never returns. Mistake has-on. Placing the feeder in the perfect spot for humans. You hung it right in the center of the lawn so you can enjoy the view from your sofa or kitchen window. To you, it's a peaceful scene. To a bird, it's an open-air trap. Before landing, a bird scans for 3 critical things in under 2 seconds: clear escape routes, nearby shelter, and predator exposure. Cornell Lab research, built on millions of recorded feeder visits, shows birds strongly prefer feeders placed 1,012 feet, 33.5 meters, from dense shrubs, trees, or hedges. Close enough to dart into safety when a hawk appears, yet far enough that cats can't ambush them. No cover? They may stop by once or twice out of desperation, then disappear forever. Simple fix: move the feeder closer to natural cover or plant a low shrub right beneath it. 15 minutes of effort can turn your yard from danger zone to trusted sanctuary. Mistake #2. Feeding cheap filler seed. Those colorful budget mixes sold in supermarkets are mostly milo, red millet, and oats seeds that cardinals, bulbuls, mynas, and most songbirds actively dislike. They take one peck, toss the rest on the ground, and leave. According to Project Feeder Watch, black oil sunflower seed reigns supreme, rich in oil, easy to open, and loved by nearly every backyard species. Safflower is the clever second choice. It attracts cardinals while naturally discouraging aggressive house sparrows. Many birders in Hanoi report a dramatic return of birds within just 35 days of making this single switch. Imagine waking tomorrow to a tree glowing with red cardinals. That vision becomes reality when you finally speak their language of taste. Mistake #3. A dirty feeder that becomes a deadly disease factory. Wet seed left sitting for days breeds mold and the dangerous fungus Aspergillus, causing aspergillosis, a fatal respiratory disease with no cure in birds. Accumulated droppings spread salmonella and trichomoniasis through the entire flock. The National Audubon Society recommends cleaning feeders every 2 weeks in dry weather, or every 34 days in hot, humid climates like Hanoi, using a simple 9:1 water-to-white vinegar solution. Birds are extraordinarily sensitive to the health of a feeding site. A dirty feeder doesn't just look bad, it can kill birds and drive the whole local community away permanently. Mistake #4. The silent predator wearing fur. Free-roaming cats, your own or the neighbor's, remain the single largest human-related cause of bird mortality. Estimates range from 1.3 to 4 billion birds killed annually in the United States alone. The impact in Vietnam is equally significant. Birds don't need to witness a kill to learn fear. They build mental landscapes of fear and spread warnings through alarm calls. One cat patrolling your yard a few times is enough for the entire bird community to blacklist your garden. Humane solutions. Keep your cat indoors during peak feeding hours, early morning and late afternoon, or install a motion-activated sprinkler near the feeder. The birds will repay your kindness with daily visits. Mistake #5. Missing water or stagnant water. For birds, bathing is even more vital than eating. Dirty feathers destroy insulation, flight capability, and waterproofing. Water that sits unchanged for 48 hours quickly breeds mosquitoes and bacteria. The game-changing upgrade. Add a dripper or wiggler to your bird bath. The gentle sound of dripping water and sparkling reflections act like a neon sign visible from afar. Birders around the world, and many here in Vietnam, report that cardinals in particular become addicted to the sound, with visits doubling within the first week. Mistake #6. A yard that is too loud or unpredictable. Birds quickly learn your daily routine when you refill the feeder, when the children leave for school, when the mail arrives. But sudden loud music, power tools, running children, or wind chimes placed right beside the feeder trigger panic? Research on habituation shows birds adapt beautifully to consistent, gentle patterns, but flee from chaos. Create calm predictability. Step outside at the same times each day. Move slowly and speak softly. Birds that trust your yard's rhythm will return faithfully every morning. Mistake #7. Keeping your yard too tidy, creating a food desert. Fallen leaves are not trash. They are rich layers of insects, larvae, and seeds that thrushes, robins, and sparrows depend on. Dead branches provide prime foraging and nesting sites for woodpeckers and nuthatches. A simple brush pile in the corner offers year-round shelter. The National Wildlife Federation certifies bird-friendly yards based on 4 pillars: food, water, cover, and nesting places. A perfectly manicured lawn usually fails 3 of those 4. Leave one strategic wild corner, let leaves accumulate under shrubs, keep a few dead branches, and avoid mowing everything. In the harshest months, when natural food is scarce, this small act of controlled messiness can turn a passing-through yard into a year-round home. Mistake #8. Shiny decorations and wind chimes too close to feeding areas. Reflective objects and constant chiming create unpredictable threat signals. Birds crave peace and stability. Move these items farther away or remove a few to restore calm. Mistake #9. Using harmful pesticides. Neonicotinoids persist in soil and plants for months, wiping out insects, the essential food for 96 of songbird chicks during nesting season. Even low-level exposure can disrupt migration and breeding success. Parent birds will abandon any yard where they cannot successfully raise healthy young. Let your birds become your natural pest control team. A yard full of healthy birds is a yard with balanced, thriving ecology. Mistake #0. Never realizing you were the one chosen. This is the most emotional mistake of all. That cardinal visiting every morning isn't just eating, it has decided you are safe. Research shows many birds possess remarkable cognitive abilities. Crows can recognize individual human faces and even teach their offspring to avoid dangerous people. Cardinals may not match crows in facial recognition, but they excel at spatial memory and building trust through consistent positive experiences. Every visit is a quiet vote of confidence, yet when the feeder sits empty for days, the water turns stagnant, or the yard becomes chaotic, that trust slowly dissolves. One morning, you'll look out to a full feeder and heartbreaking emptiness. You didn't just lose birds, you lost a beautiful, silent relationship you never knew you were nurturing. The good news? You can change everything starting today. Move the feeder. Switch to black oil sunflower. Add a dripper. Clean your equipment regularly. Create one wild corner. In Hanoi's warm, humid climate, these small changes often bring visible results within 12 weeks. You'll wake to glowing red cardinals in the sunrise, minnows singing their hearts out, and a backyard alive with wings and song. Backyard birding is far more than scattering seeds. It is a gentle journey into animal psychology, light science, and the art of storytelling between humans and nature. Birds don't need a perfect yard. They only need one that feels safe, reliable, and cared for. And you right now have the power to become that special person they choose every single day. Look out your window with fresh eyes. That brilliant red cardinal may be watching from a nearby tree, patiently waiting for you to fix what went wrong. When you do, it won't just visit. It will choose to stay, bringing its family and friends along, and your backyard will transform into a daily symphony of birdsong, the most magical gift nature offers to those who learn to listen.